today I find myself as a thorn between two roses. I have my partner Jane on one hand and our great friend and soul group member Maria Louisa on the other hand. And we're talking today during Maria Louisa's visit about how this connection came about and how we intend to expand the Joseph communications into Spanish-speaking countries as a result of the hard work that she's done over the years. Jane, I think you can begin this better than I can.
Yes, our association goes almost right back to the beginning. So in 2008, we just published Revelation, and we were selling a handful of copies because we were just unknown. We were told to kind of put the book out and the rest would be taken care of. And one of the people, and there's great excitement, somebody from Geneva, from the United Nations, has ordered one of the books, and it was Maria Louisa. And so when I sort of processed the order, I sort of said, how did you hear about the Joseph book? And you, I don't know, where did you find out about the Revelation?
I found it in internet. I was surfing, and someone mentioned Revelation and Joseph, the Joseph communications. So I said, well, I might order it. And that was the beginning.
Then we started corresponding a bit like pen friends, because we found that we had some things in common, you know, and that was sort of a joy. And then Maria Louisa just hit us with the bombshell that she'd like to translate it. And we said, well, we don't have any money, we just don't have anything. And you weren't doing it for that reason, were you?
When I read the book, it felt so much like, this is it, you know? And I wondered if the book was written in Spanish, translated, because I thought, well, maybe my family or my friends should know about this. And that's why I asked you and then offered. I mean, it sounded the right thing to do, you know?
And it wasn't just the first book. You then went on to translate the second book and the third book and the fourth book.
Because the information is very, very important.
Yes. Yes.
And that's just a huge amount of work. So I know from just transcribing them into English, which is sort of like that kind of level of work, but for you to translate it as well, and then
and so meticulously, word for word,
all the proofreading and that kind. And we published them as ebooks, didn't we?
Yes.
To start with, and then I think it was 2017 we published 4 of them as paperbacks. We sort of the first 4. And then they're also done as audiobooks. So.
And it's been an amazing journey. And throughout, as Jane mentioned right at the beginning, we didn't know how we were going to expand the Joseph message, how we were going to get it out into the world. And at that point, we were only thinking about English-speaking countries. And then Maria Louisa joined us by design rather than by accident. And that expanded our scope again. And we're continuing to do that in that Maria Louisa has graciously agreed to translate the step-by-step course in higher consciousness that we have, that we put together so that people could develop their spiritual gifts safely and effectively and efficiently and in their own time. So it's an ongoing process, and it's great today to be able to say we've come together physically, because we never thought that would happen.
Never.
We were half a world away, 3/4 of a world between us, and yet it's happened, and it had to happen. And we know sitting together that we are part of the same thing, we're part of the same soul group, and that's a wonderful feeling that the people who connect with us from that side also connect with us on this side, in that we've come together and we are, I wouldn't want to say a force to be reckoned with, but we are a force that is able to get this important message out at this time to the whole world.
And I think that it was always meant to be, because if you remember in the early days when we just got together in 2006, and the guides were sort of always talking to us and giving us lectures, but also sort of telling us about the mission, they said that there would be a Spanish audience. That's
yes, indeed, yeah.
And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but that it would be sort of appeal to the Spanish-speaking people and not to worry about it. It would just happen.
Yes.
And so then when you offered to translate it into Spanish, you think, oh, wow, this was told, but maybe they know what they're
Yes, it's
talking
almost as though they know what
about.
they're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But at every stage, it's been an expansion that we have just had to have faith in. We've had to say, we don't know what we're doing, Father, Mother, God. We don't know what we're doing, soul group, but you do. And so we set off each day, and you will do the work through us. And these stages have come together at every step.
And you must have had that faith as well to sort of set out on a big work, translation work, and then the next book, and just think, well, something will happen. You know, this will go out in the world, but we don't know how.
And I'm sure it will, you
Yes,
know.
yes, indeed. Yeah.
Yes.
And what's happened with us as a not an organisation, but a coming together of souls is happening to you as well. The people that are in your life are in your life for a purpose. You've come together for a purpose. And there's an example here of a greater purpose happening than simply the physical life. We think we're traveling from A to B, from birth to death, there's no other way to put it, on a physical level only, but we're not. As we travel through life physically, we're also learning lessons spiritually, and we're coming together with the people that are important to us and us to them so that we can learn and expand and become more as the spirit beings that we really are. So an example there, and an ongoing process with the Joseph communications. We've been doing this now for the best part of 2 decades. We're a little older than we were when we started, but we are still expanding, and we are still going to work at getting that message out globally for as long as we draw breath. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for listening to us. We just wanted to share our happiness with you at being able to expand the Joseph communications into Spanish-speaking countries, and also at having come together and having had 3 wonderful days together. Take care of yourselves. God bless.